our workshop crewman. See, sitting there, looking sad and sorry for itself without an engine. Gonna screw it together today. There's the block. Gonna knock the cam bearings out, bang some new cam bearings in, and then tap the oil gallery hole there, so there's no risk of the standard plug popping out. The block's been torque plate bored and honed by Duggan's Balancing in Reservoir, and it's gonna get Speed Pro Teflon coated Hypertechnic pistons in it, still standard rods, and some other goodies along the way. Everything's under there, it's all got to be washed, cleaned. So I shall get into it and get this thing together. Rightio, got the cam in there, cam bearings knocked in. We've used Durabond. Where are you going to see that? High performance Teflon coated cam bearings. These are the cam bearings coming out of it. That one's not too bad. So this is one of the cam bearings that's come out of it. You can see the wear that's on the bottom side of the bearing because of heavy valve springs, big cam lift, etc. compared to the top side of the valve spring, top side of the bearing. Yeah, so that's why I've used a really good cam bearing in there. So the cam in there spins with ease, and the crank's in there, all tensioned down, washed, the crank's been polished, all the clearance is checked, etc. All tensioned up. I have tapped the oil gallery hole, just that can't pop out. Yeah, now I'll put the rear main seal plate on and get in an engine stand. Rightio, degree on the cam in. So we'll look at the spec sheet. I'm on the exhaust. I've already done check the inlet. I'm on the exhaust now. So the exhaust valve on the closed side, so at 50 thou lift, the exhaust valve closes at 3 degrees after top dead center. Got there, we have top dead center, one, and then yeah, that's like just off 3 degrees. There's no adjusting that out of it. That's as close as it's going to get. As you can see, got the just that 50 thou lift. It's actually on the downside, it's closing. Alright, just checking the piston to valve clearance here. So I've got a couple of checker springs on the inlet and the exhaust. Normally we're going to have these double Winardi valve springs on it. These are a pair of Higgins CNC changeover heads. Exhaust. It's in the inlet. As you can see, I haven't washed the rockers and stuff yet. This is dummy assembled just to check that clearance. So I just work it around the degree where we know it's going to be close, and then check the clearance there, and we have touch over 100 thou piston to valve clearance on that one there. And then we move the degree wheel a couple of degrees and check it again, and repeat, and then repeat it on the exhaust. And so that's plenty of clearance. So that one's all good. Alright, yeah, so we're on the exhaust. Got it 10 degrees before top dead center. It's roughly the closest spot I've found, and it has got a little over 110 thou, 115 thou thereabouts piston to valve clearance there, which is more than enough. Excellent. Alright, there it is. LS1, Higgins heads, crow cam, crow push rods, Lenardi dual valve springs. It's got the LS2 manifold and a 92mm throttle body. So the manifold is off a early VE HSV with an LS2 engine. 25% under dry pulley. Yeah, now we'll just swing into the car and get it on the dyno. 10 to 11 on Friday night, which is all in there. All your injector wiring changed, modifications to fit the LS2 manifold and bigger throttle body. See under here, had to mod that, take some metal out of there, let that fit. And we shall, okay, see if it starts. Got the laptop up, we can see the oil pressure on there. Okay, on. Good sign. That's a sign the battery's low. Take 3. Got a little pressure.